You know what? An idea hits me to take out the bent hanger. I should be able to bend this into any shape I want. I bend it into one straight wire so I can fit it down the drain. I stick it in the pipe and move it up and down. I hear the sound of a dirty water being dislodged and I hit something hard. Got key to room 502. On the key is a tag that says Deluxe Suite. That'll come in handy. Good thing it wasn't washed down the drain. Yeah. There are sticky white threads wrapped around this key too. Seems like they stopped it from falling all the way down the pipe. All the spider webs, all the spider webs. Got to lift with the wooden horse. When I do, I notice something catch the light. I pick it up and discover it's a metal tool. It's a mouth speculum. It's usually used for medical purposes, but some maniacs use them for other things. Huh. Just as I'm replying to Mashita, a white light flashes before my eyes and I black out. I hear someone sobbing. My eyes should be open, but everything is pitch black. I shake my head desperately and try to look around. A horrible image flows into my mind. What is this? The young girl is blindfolded and restrained. Her mouth is being forced open with that tool. Her breathing is ragged. She must have been given a drug of some kind. Let us commence the judgment. A man speaks theatrically behind me. The court has decided to give the accused a fair trial and will judge her crimes. The trial will now begin. I shall put this spider in the accused's mouth, and if it crawls out, she is guilty. If she can swallow it, she is innocent. Upon hearing that, the girl starts jerking around frantically, her movement haphazard. Help me, sir, help me. She desperately cries for help. Her words are garbled from fear of the drug. I hear men jeering. Then a man releases a giant spider into the girl's mouth. Hey, get a hold of yourself. Cade, can you see me? The spider, get it. Idiot, calm down. With a slug to the jaw, I finally returned to my senses. Look, I only slapped him in my round. He punched me. That's right, I'm in a room in Masquerade. Then the vision I just saw. What did I just see? I went somewhere. You haven't gotten anywhere. You just fell on the floor and started writhing. I feel like I've woken from a long dream. I can't believe that was a hallucination. You finally calmed down? Yeah, I'm fine now. I wipe sweat off my forehead and swallow. The girl who was restrained, was that Esco? If it is so, then was she unable to go to the police because she was caught by people here? Open the door to the bathroom. I checked through all the bottles on the shelf. Got bath salts, insect repelling cream. The tub is covered in dents and scratches, too many for it to be natural wear. Going by the appearance of the room, horrible things probably happened here too. I open the lid of the coffin. I find a book among the junk inside. Got Demon Encyclopedia. The book has pictures of various demons and demonic crests and lists their characteristics. I guess the guests here were interested in stuff like that. I hear footsteps as I step into the hallway. I turn in the direction of the noise to see. Sho? Sho Nakashima is standing there. Mashita said he ran into him at the hospital, but I can't believe you came. Sho, what's the matter? I take a step towards him, but Mashita stops me. Wait, something's not right. I look closely at Sho's face. No, it couldn't be. His face is unnaturally stiff. Suddenly he begins yelling angrily. I was looking for you this whole time! I'm going to kill you! He raises the metal bat he was hiding and moves in to attack. Get back, Cade! Machida yells, urging me to escape, but we're in a hallway with close walls. Well, what should I do? Really dodged to the left. Hey, you're not getting away! Shadowbot alters his course in a flash and heads straight for me. But the tip of the bat hits the wall and narrowly misses me. Oh dear, Sho. He straightens only to swing his bat again. Shit. I have my hands full with just trying to get away. There's no way I'll be able to restrain him. But if Sho's like Hiro and is infected with the same mysterious poison, we have to restrain him or his life's in danger. I can't do this alone. What do I do? Sho's deranged eyes burn a hole in me. If my chances are thin, no matter what I do, then my only choice is to draw his attention. Huh. Sho hesitates for a moment, confused. But a second later... You dumb idiot. You don't know when to give up, old man. The metal bat flashes above his head. Then... You're the idiot. Machida suddenly appears next to him and throws a direct punch at his face. Yep. Sho tumbles to the ground. As he falls, his bat flies through the air and... Ugh. Unluckily for me, it collides into the side of my head and I collapse with a pitiful yelp. Dumbass. Cursing, Machida quickly grabs Sho's arm and completely restrains him. As Machida puts his weight on him, Sho groans painfully. Finally, he faints. Hey, Kate, you okay? Yeah, it's just grazed me. I sit up and gently shake my head back and forth. Thankfully, everything seems fine. But give me a hand, we need to carry him out of here. He's probably like the others now. We better hurry. I think Sho would end up as the third victim. I managed to make myself stand, but my spirit has dropped down to my feet. It's still sprinkling outside. We drag Sho out of the hotel. Finally, we have a chance to catch our breaths. We'll call off the investigation for today. Yeah. Banshee and Hiro flash before my eyes, but Sho's safety should come first. Let's go ahead and bring him to the hospital. I'll go get the car. Good idea. Yours is better for moving sick people around. I take out the car key and stand up, but just as I do... Yeah. A piercing pain runs through the side of my head and I fall back to my knees. Kate! It's just a headache. I thought it had gone away, so why? You got hit right where it hurts, huh? Then just rest there. But Sho, you're injured too, so take it easy. I'll take Nagashima in my car. You wait here until I get back, got it? I'll come straight back after I drop them off. Sorry, Sho's in your hands now. Machida collects Sho and disappears. Soft pitter-patter rain permeates the area. The sound of the rain seems to make this place even quieter somehow. Then I notice something. The noises aren't the only thing that's vanished. The pain is gone. The intense headache has faded like it never was. This happened to me twice before. Hold on. Now I'm suspicious. I think back at the times when I had the headache. The first is when I went inside Masquerade with Daemon and Banshee. Back then I'm pretty sure I wanted to keep everyone together. But then I had a headache and Banshee up and disappeared. My next headache came the following morning. I was trying to go see Hiro and Banshee, but in the end I was unable to. Then just now, I was going to the hospital with Sho and Machida. I gaze at the entrance to the Masquerade. You're the only one I want to see, sir. That's what Red Riding Hood said. I get it, you. I stare at the hotel as if I can see through doors. I feel like I can see a red figure inside. One rainy night, a girl stood there wearing a red raincoat. You're still waiting even now for the one you respect so much. That headache always attacked when I was trying to stick with other people. If I stop trying and stay by myself like I am now, then it'll vanish like it was never there. I get it. Hero Banshee and now show I've gotten my friends all cut up in this. That's right. It's all my fault again. I'll come alone. So, do what you will. I'll go back inside the masquerade. Sir. A voice calls from the darkness as if it was waiting for me. What are you telling me to do? You see the red thread of fate, right? The top floor in the room of masks. The top floor. The 6th floor was listed on the guide, but it was impossible to reach. I'll be waiting. Red Riding Hood's figure melts silently into the elevator. As she does, the elevator floor display begins blinking on and off erratically. The combination. You know it, don't you, sir? No, I don't. Her voice reverberates through the elevator. So she's telling me to go to her. With this combination, what in the world could that be? Oops, not what I meant. I'll push the wrong button. I have a walkthrough. I must be able to use the elevator to get to this top floor then. The floor display begins to blink on and off erratically. Is that some kind of hint? And that word she used, combination. I stare at the elevator buttons. Maybe I'm supposed to push these in a certain combination. If I press the floor buttons in a certain order, I might be able to get to the 6th floor. But what's the order? I've got no idea. I've got to think. There have to be clues somewhere inside the masquerade. The elevator's door opened and a musty stench greets me, but that's not all. The smell is blood. Sir. Red Riding Hood's voice drifts on the wind. I've been waiting for you. No, I doubt my words will reach her, but I feel like I have to at least say it. I'm not the one you respect. I'm not the one you're waiting for. Liar. You always lie. I'm not lying. I'm really not. A scream splits the night. It's the same one I heard during the spider torture. Stop this. This won't accomplish anything. That's why this time, I'm going to test you. Tell me the truth. Oh dear. Countless spiders slide out of the darkness and start crawling all over my body. The swarm of spiders keeps coming. Shit. I take out the massager out of my bag, hold it against my body, and hit the switch. This worked before. The spiders start acting strangely. They all scramble away. Red Riding Hood lets out a gusty sigh. Glittering white threads fly through the air from her mouth. She's trying to use her spider silk? hold the horse head over mine as protection. Strangely enough, the threads seem drawn to it and only wrap around the horse head. Sir, who's in the wrong? I only did what was right. Red Riding Hood is staring at me. Sir, come with me. The only thing that matters is your life. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Red Hood screams again. Then her maddening eyes glare at me. Please come closer. Sir, how do I look to you? What do you like about me? Thank you, sir. Let's... Red Riding Hood's figure wavers then. Smashes through the window and off into the night. Did she just jump? The bustling city can be heard out the window. I wipe my sweaty brow with my shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something's floating in the darkness. A thread. As I follow it with my eyes, I realize it's wrapped around my wrist. Whoa! Something yanks me toward the window. I brace my legs and try to resist, but all in vain. I'm thrown out into the night sky. I scream as I plummet. No, I should be rushing toward the ground. Just as I give up all hope. A strong jolt makes me look up. A man struggles to hold onto my arm, his teeth gritting with effort. You stupid idiot! Mashida! Shut up and give me your other arm. Hurry up and grab onto me. Right. He desperately tries to pull me up, and after what feels like an eternity of struggle, I make it over the ledge and tumble safely back inside the hotel. The only sound that can be heard is our gasps for breath as we sit in the darkness. Why did you ignore my orders? Mashida spits words out between wheezes. Sorry. This isn't the time to be making excuses. I might be better off shutting up. Idiot. Try putting yourself in my shoes. Is she gone? I think so. The window. I'm still trembling as I point to the broken window. She threw herself out of it. She might have been trying to take me with her. No, not you. That Sir person. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can you walk? Then let's go. Mashida slowly stands and looks at me. Nicely done. That wasn't bad work for an amateur like you. It stopped raining. The cool wind on my cheek hints at autumn. I'm going to drop by and see Daimon. I'd like to see how the others are doing. Yeah. What? Hand me the car key. No, I can drive. Have you completely gone mad? Look at your hands. I glance down at them. only to suddenly realize they're still shaking. You just face down a spirit. You can't drive in that condition. The choice made for me, I take the key out of my pocket and toss it to Mashita. The corner parking lot. Right. You rest here. His figure melts into the darkness. As I watch him go, I notice something down on the wet asphalt. It's... a dead spider. It lay there, legs all curled up, almost as if it was desperately trying to hold on to something. Are you satisfied now? Then let's go home. I gently pick up the spider, wrap it up in my handkerchief and put it in my pocket. I ride back as a blur. I sat and let Mashita's voice wash over me like a background radio noise. I remember wondering if Red Riding Hood might have stolen a part of my soul. Before the investigation day, Moe tipped us off on the testimony, remember? That helped me connect the dots. I realized a teacher was wrapped up in the case. A teacher from the school near the hotel was arrested for breaking the law. That's... what does that have to do with anything? There was an odd part in Aiko's testimony. They were scared they'd be reported, but nothing ever happened. In other words, Esko never went to the police after tattling to the teacher. Or maybe more, she couldn't go. I frowned as I tried to put the pieces together. I think I'm too spaced out as it's not making sense. You'd never make it as a detective. Can't you just drop that? I don't plan on becoming one anyway. There's only one possible answer. This Sir person Esko trusted so deeply was one of the masquerade's customers. What? I feel like I've been hit with the side of the head, and not with a pillow, more like a lead pipe. The one she sought salvation from ended up being a criminal. The definition of irony. Mashita glanced out the window and chuckles dryly. The bitter sound fits both our moods. It was the teacher, Enmura, the one mentioned in Aiko's testimony. I saw a photo of him. He was thin, tall, the type of popular with the students. Well, I suppose. He glances back at me through the mirror. You might say he wasn't too unlike you. Mashita suddenly tosses a file at me. Those are the research results. Look them over if you want to know more. Results? I flipped through the thick bundle of paper. They're a set of very well organized documents. It would have taken a lot of time to gather this amount of information. Then it hits me. Wait a second. Mashita just said that he connected the dots with the help of Moe's testimony, which means he knew all of this before we started our investigation tonight. He knew everything? I just said I put it all together when I heard the testimony, but I decided not to tell you just in case. Why? If I had known, I could have... What would you have done? His tone turns mocking as he laughs. You would have just sympathized too much and let down your guard. You should be grateful I didn't. Mashita leaves me with the research file and heads to Damon's hospital. Now that I'm alone, I can keep my 3 hospitalized friends out of my mind. But there's nothing I can do for them now. I've done everything I can. I bolster myself with that information. I spread Mashita's documents out on the table. I'm exhausted, but I feel like I need to go through them today. Who in the world was Red Riding Hood? Mashita was right. The truth should be right in front of me. I faced Red Riding Hood on the 6th floor, where she had waited for me. I managed to drive her back, but she nearly takes me with her until Mashita saves me at the last second. He's furious with me. Esko tattling to her homeroom teacher Enmura about the job is what started all. Enmura proposed to Esko that they gather evidence first, and they arranged to meet at Masquerade that night. The only thing waiting for Esko there was an utter betrayal by the teacher she was in love with. It turned out that Enmura himself was one of Masquerade's customers. No one knows what exactly happened to Esko. She was found wandering the streets in her red raincoat and immediately admitted to a facility. Unfortunately, her mental state was too far gone already, and she committed suicide by throwing herself from a 6th-floor window at the hospital. The night she died was cold and rainy, just like today. The report has info on Enmura as well. When he was arrested for other illegal activities, he ended up testifying about Masquerade as well. Having your partner wear all red was code that you were planning to use the deluxe suite of the hotel. That could be the reason Esko wore the red raincoat that night. Not long after the trial, Enmura apparently hung himself in jail. Okay. One second. Woo! And so the case surrounding Masquerade quietly comes to a close, leaving an invisible scar in the dark street. The lives lost there will never return, and neither will their trampled dignity. The only thing that saves that disaster is that my friends survived. The only thing that saves, yeah, my sentence right. Hero, Banshee, and Xiao all regained consciousness after that. They got out of it with no lasting symptoms and are recovered enough to go back to their lives. Damon concluded that the affliction inhibited the soul very much like the mark. In that case, maybe Red Riding Hood was finally released from that horrible nightmare, just like the spirit that gave people the mark. If anything good came about because of this case, then that would be it. A week later. I'm coming in. Mashita suddenly shows up on my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it on the table. I'm here to deliver this. It's your reward. Take it and get out of here. I didn't do it because I wanted a reward. How should I know? The client asked me to do this, that's all. I did my job and handed it over. The rest is in your hands. Damn, what a pain. Mashita turns and curses under his breath, but I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? No, there's one other thing. I learned something from this past case. And what's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work after all. That again? Sorry, but I'm done. No more. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases like Masquerades popping up lately. I thought I might be Mark-related, but it seems like I was wrong. He stops for a moment, then mutters. Hyakki Yakuhyo and Monsters Parade. Have you heard anything about it? Hyakki Hyagyo? Yeah, sure, ghost stories, but he's clearly asking about something that's happening in the real world. No, I haven't. That's so, I figured you of all people. Forget it. First he asks me, then he tells me to forget it. He only cares about his own bottom line. Mashita glanced briefly at the sofa in the corner of the room. Might have known something. So you want my help? The old lady Yasuoka seems to think you could do some good. I do too. That's all I wanted to say. No, wait, I have one last bit of advice. Quit doing stuff like that. Like what? You picked up that dead spider, didn't you? You saw? Just out of the corner of my eye. That's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her too. The living and the dead can't coexist. If you try to accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Mahir just snorts derisively like usual. Give it some thought, even if you don't want it. The time may come one day. He leaves, closing the door behind him. That marks the end of the case and the end of one chapter in my story. But someday in the future, I can't help but think, the door will be thrown open again. Actual ending this time? The gallery has been unlocked. Alright, we're dead. Alright. Thank you for sticking with me through this. If you did, and if you didn't, I don't know. If you're on YouTube, hi! So, I'm gonna go make some food, because I'm hungry. So, bye. Hopefully we get shit figured out with this computer, because I don't want to keep having this voice drop thing. And my voice is killing me. So, again, see ya.